Hello people, this is Power here with another page through. This is the fourth one I'm doing, and yet I still yet to edit them. Today is July 3rd. I don't know when I'm releasing this series. But yeah, today again we're covering. Well, this is not the same thing technically because this is the side line we're covering, the subline. We're covering the details of Heroes EX Mask Rider Kabuto, or Kara Kabuto. A thing that Zreiken and I did not know is that these are not hard-covered, which is really interesting, because I think it makes sense, because I think these weren't done as much, so I think that's kind of fun. Because obviously, this is the next one I plan on doing, but I want to do this one with Zreiken, because this one's his, so whenever he's off next time, I want to, tell him, if he wants to film this or not, because it's just going to sit on the side. Although I haven't told Zreiken about the existence of the series and such. But, yeah. So, I think the Details of Heroes EX series is their re-releases of, older issues. But I think just certain issues are soft covered, because if we go back here, both Kabuto and Hibiki are both 1,500 yen. So I think only these two are hardcover or soft cover. I'm pretty sure both Deno issues and Kiva are hardcovers. So I think it's after I think it was Deno they started doing hardcovers, because they're all 25,000, or they're all 2,500. Although I'm trying to look at the first issue of Deno, I believe his is also his. I'll try to figure that out, but yeah. So because I guess if these were initially only $15, that means Riken paid double the amount for this one, because we got this for $28. We got this for a price, essentially the same price. I should stop doing that. I just ripped it. Great. That means we paid the price of this for this, and it's just not worth it. Yeah, and same thing here, double is 15, or 15,000 or 1,500. So I don't know if double ever got a hardcover release or not. But I guess how else, I guess if I were to say right now, because I feel like if I do it with Zreiken, it's gonna be really fast and such, because he's not gonna know what to do. He's just gonna go through the pages and not just provide commentary. But yeah. So I believe this was released during Decade, because it has the Heisei Kamen Rider 10th anniversary logo, and I don't know what this 30th anniversary thing is. I think that's most likely with Hobby Japan. Obviously Mandarake price and such. So let's rip this open. If I can. So I guess I'm just gonna talk about this now, but for people that are wondering if the whole point of this page through series is just with the Details of Heroes, that is not my intention. It's just that the Details of Heroes books are just the only thing I can like technically get a hold of, because my true intentions of this series I've not been able to, I guess, proceed with yet, just because of like I guess what's going on. Because technically I do have like a true intention for this series. It's just that these are technically like the subline stuff, like these are like the appetizers, and then when we actually get to the real stuff, then that's where I want to proceed it. But as of now, I just can't do that because I need to find. I just need to like. This is really taped. How am I gonna get this tape off? Well, well, that didn't go as I wanted. So I'll just try to leave that straight so then I won't create more of a mess. Obviously, the condition I got this is, first of all, we gotta actually remove these because that's just a forgettable thing. But obviously, the condition is just B, so the Ami is kind of scratched up and such. So here it is, in its full pure glory. So there's the Omni, then all its scratches. Why am I forgetting where to put this? So let's start. Oh wow, so there's a additional cover, which I will take a look at. I did not know this will actually provide a cover. So I like this gradient. Obviously, there's no table of contents. So, I guess that'll just sit up there. And obviously, just a red scale version of the cover. And the spine, have I been showing these? I don't know. Oh, that's neat. So we get this art rendition of Kabuto casting off. Really seems like early promotion material of Kabuto, which is, oh yeah, it is early illustrations from Fox. Wow, this is like toy scan quality. Well, I'm pretty sure it is. I don't want to ruin that. But yeah. And here are all the Zectors. Specially photo shootings from Mask Rider Kabuto, the Mask Rider system. So obviously, I apologize if not all of it's in frame, but obviously we get the Kabuto Zector, Hyper Zector, Gattack Zector, Zabi Zector, Sasword Zector, the Hopper Zector, and the Drake Zector. And obviously we get all the rider symbols. Oh, there's the Kabuto rider symbol at this corner. So who's first? I don't know, like I just thought I scratched the spine already. So I don't know what this is all about. But we got all of Kabuto's forms. So we got rider form, mask form, hyper form, and then Dark Kabuto, the man who goes road of God and manages all. That should have been his phrase for his ProRes key. Obviously I don't have it because it's in my private warehouse, so I'm going to ship that in August. So, Mask Rider Kabuto, mask form. Okay, like, I guess, okay, like, for here you can clearly see all, like, the scratches and damages. I like the texture of the pages, but you can see all, like, you can see, like, the scratches on the suit. This split is really weird. It's a weird split. So we got the Kabuto Kunai Gun Axe mode. I don't think it will have like any transformation frizz, so it won't say like change beetle. Not change beetle, like FRP. What's that? Yeah, you can just see all the scratches. Oh shoot. Oops. So you can just see all the scratches and like wrinkles the suit has. They must have done this after the series was over. I'm pretty sure they don't do this anymore because they want like the suits to look presentable. Looking at these close up, it's hysterical. Rider. No, wait, where? Rider foam. Oh, it does say cast off, but it doesn't have the change beetle. Change beetle. Ding, ding, ding. Clock. Up in Kabuto. I can't wait to get that progress key. I still need a exciting stag, but exciting stag, I'm going to wait. I think I'm going to wait as long as I waited for a build hazard form, because it seems like the lumpy ones take a while to like drop in prices, and plus, you know, they're just kind of difficult to get as a whole. Whoops. I dropped Sarkin's Tokon Boost candy toy figure, his non-painted one. But I was gonna say I actually have water with me because I was going to snack after. But yeah, like, oh, there's actually just pictures, and I think you can obviously tell, like, the backgrounds. I would just say, like, they're definitely like just pure white, because I want to say at least with the newer ones, they have like they kind of make it dark enough that it's like gray and such. But yeah, okay, definitely the Rider foam suit looks a lot cleaner than the Rider mask form suit, if I had to say so. A nice portrait of his helmet again. I apologize if nothing's in frame. Kabuto kunai gun. Zek Miser. I really don't remember that thing at all. Yeah, I feel like we need like side weapons like the kunai gun, because I am getting really tired of sword guns specifically, because like uh, like I just want them to like stray away from swords, which is not going to be the case, because obviously, like, Saber, I'm pretty sure is going to get a sword, because it's like it's in his name. So like, I guess with him, I'll give him the I'll give him the pass. It's in his name. It's like, whatever. But it's just, we really need to stop giving main riders swords. Like, please stop. Where's this gun? And there's the Hyperzector. And I just want to say this because I have not seen anyone point this out. But in Geo over Corsair, when, like, you know, when all the legend riders are fighting and such, and when it cuts to Kabuto, Kabuto has the Hyperzector on him already. So it's like, is he Caucasus now? Like, can he like channel the powers of the Hyperzector without going to hyper mode? Okay, so they finally fixed it. Now we're back to hyperform, not hyperfoam. Oh wow, I actually did not realize that about his foot. He his foot is like different. Like his left foot's the same, but then his right foot is different. I did not know that. And that makes so much sense because of the clock up mode, which I don't believe is in here. Like I don't think as a whole, because I think it was mostly CGI with the wings. Actually, no, never mind. They actually have it. Yeah, like I. This is what I prefer. If I had to be honest, like I just like the clock up mode, and then we get the perfect sector. Perfect sector is a really neat weapon. Again, I think it would be cool if we go back to final form weapons because obviously with like 01, they finally went back to like the adapter esque thing, like where you have to plug something in for the final form. So like I want to see them so finicky dealing with this. But I want to see them go back into like just you know giving the main rider like something that isn't within the belt, like either a weapon, an arm, like a wrist thing, or like a side thing, not directly on the belt. Like if it's an attachment, it's fine, but like not like excuse, not like another like not like the gimmick, but the same thing. Oh my gosh, they did it again. Hyper foam clock up mode. Okay, I think they're just purposely like swapping at this point. Um, but yeah, I definitely prefer like a clock up mode. I just like how opened up it is and such, and it just works in my opinion. Okay, so I was actually close on finishing that one. Here's Dark Kabuto. Um, I okay, like I don't know how I feel about Dark Kabuto. They don't have his mask form, first of all. Yeah, that's weird. Like, okay, I'll say like Dark Kabuto is actually probably also one of my favorite Dark Riders too, along with Dark Kiva. I feel like they did a lot better with the earlier Dark Riders than now. But I don't even remember his name. His name, I know his name is still not His name is definitely not Tendo. Like he still has the same last name, Soji, but it's not Tendo for sure. Or it might be the other way around. He has a different last name, but he still has Tendo in his name. But like, I like his redemption at the end, but I feel like he didn't do much because Dark Hopta just became a plot device. Because I feel like that's all he was, a plot device, and it kind of sucks. And because it's just weird that they would introduce this dark version of Kabuto and not do anything with him. So yeah, that's it. Like that's his only page. He doesn't have a mask form. I wonder if they literally just I I don't want to say it was digitally edited. I It might have, but yeah, again, I like Dark Kabuto, but I feel like he really got shafted near the end just because he shows up, he fights Kabuto, gets defeated, gets taken away, disappears for episodes, and then redeems himself in the last episode. Like, that's literally his arc. Chosen the series. So I think this is just literally everyone else in the series. So we got Gattack, obviously my favorite secondary writer and writer as a whole. Sabi, Sasword, and Drake. And they already have the credits on here, which is weird, but Mask Writer, Gattack. Let me see if this font is consistent. Yeah, it is. So it's just like some generic font, but wow. You can see how. Well, I guess it wasn't. The suit doesn't look as bad as it was in jail, but no, I'll say so. Like, I want to say it's the same condition because look at the Zect. It's like whited out and such. Man, am I going to have to like change out the batteries soon? Great. Yeah, like I'll just like say like I like the shoulder cannons of Gattack mask form, but I don't know, like I feel like I think the helmet honestly might be my least favorite thing. I like everything else, just the helmet. You can see how like brown his fingers are. It's you can just see like the foam wrinkles. And here's belt. Oh my gosh. Look at his shoes. Heck yeah. So, okay, they mentioned something of CGI and like something. Oh, and saying that he debuted in episode 22 and the battery exhausted. That's fun. Luckily, the second battery that was charging for like 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. No, I want to say a week. On my computer, it's 100. So yeah. Hopefully I don't have overheating issues, but that might be the case. Okay, so obviously we got Gattack becoming into his rider form. Again, I just want to make sure this is actually framed correctly. Again, we got the Gattack rider foam. We got the Gattack double caliber. Oh, that's a cool detail I didn't know about. At the end of his double calibers, they have a plus and minus thing. That's really cool. Heck yeah. So obviously, now I actually don't know if this is actually I don't know if this is like actually from them or they just took like an image that was already like provided. But obviously they provide Gatech's hyperform. So I think this might be the only hyperform to actually get this treatment because obviously from what I know from well, obviously from what we covered from Geo and Build, like their hyperform videos, their hyper their hyper battle video forms were just like in the front page. And I have a feeling that's the same with Xaid. Although I think I've been looking at the table of content, I actually do think that Xaid's actually pretty up to date. Because Xaid, I think Xaid actually does include its like, content and not like skip over some. Well, I know it's going to skip over like the minimal ones, like the repaints, but I don't think they will like. They're not gonna like skip over like hyperform forms and such. Zabi. I'll probably say Zabi probably has my favorite mask form, but just because for him it just works. I think if I had to like say so, honestly, and this like I think Zabi might be my second favorite rider out of get or gosh, I was gonna say cover a Gat attack out of Kabuto as a whole, and I did not know he had a stinger on his chin. Man, I'm actually discovering a lot of new things here, unlike the previous three entries on the suit wise and such. But like I just like how simple the suit is. I think that's just kind of why I most definitely don't like it. And it's not because Kagame became like the second user of it. I just it's just really pleasant seeing Zabi. So and I like the idea of Zabi because technically Zabi's like the only Zector that was really picky with who it chose. Because like well, it only picked like 3 people, but then it got forced by one person. So yeah, I think it even says here like it says 4 and such, but I just like how like technically like the Zabi is like the one Zector that would just like choose whoever it wanted. Here's Drake. I don't really have much to say for Drake about it, to be honest. I think well I guess I'll say it after like this, but oh wow. He has his claw. He has like the tail part for the dragonfly. That's interesting. Oh wow, look, the background's black. Yeah, I think it's just mask form wise. I think Drake might be my least favorite, but looking at this, I actually do appreciate his suit. Though I feel like he didn't I do feel like he's just one of those characters that did just kind of get shafted. I'm gonna check if Zabi has a page like this. I don't think he did. Oh, well, okay, technically he did. Sassword. Where's his mask form? Like the subtext. Man, those tubes. Oh, there it is. Is he the only second? No, gosh, is he the only writer they show? Like, I meant to say, is he the only writer they show like 4 pages of mask form? Because the other ones only get like, yeah, like old like Zabi and Drake are, they only got like 2 pages for the mask form, but Sassword gets like 4. I don't know, like just looking at like Sassword, it reminds me so much of the Soul Chaka Henshin figure I have because he's such a finicky like figure to deal with mask form, and it's just reminding me of all that. And like I broke him right away, and I just fixed it with super glue, but like now I'm just kind of like I really do want to like complete the. I'm thinking what it just did. But I really want to get like the entire like Soul Chaka Henshin line for Kabuto. So because obviously I have Gattack and Sassword, although like I want to get Kabuto. Well, then I'll have Kabuto, Zabi, and Drake. I don't know if Dark Kabuto got a figure, and I know Hyper Kabuto got a figure. So I think it's only just 7 figures. But then the Cast Off Rider series figures would be neat too. But yeah, here's Sassword's suit. Honestly, he's a better Scorpion Rider than Hirobi in my opinion, design wise. Because I feel like Hirobi just doesn't do as good of a job like embracing a Scorpion. I don't know, like Hirobi's suit, in my opinion, is just really bland. But then, like, you look at Sassword, and it's just like, oh my gosh, it just works. I like the pointy shoulder pads. I like the scorpion tail wrapping around. I like how he's technically the only different, like, suit because they actually, like, colored his, like, all the parts that technically all the riders have to, like, a metallic purple. Like, he's the only one that's, like, really personalized. And obviously we got the Sassword Zector and the Sassword Yiver? I think what I heard, it's supposed to be a combination of like Yaiba and Saber, but I'm not really so sure about that. But yeah, again, I think if they make a CSM out of the Zabi sector, the Drake sector, and the Sassord sector. That would be cool. Especially because like look at what they're doing with the blade stuff, and what they did with Fies. I mean like Kaixa. So like they can totally do it. And obviously we got the Hopper brothers. I don't really know what to like really say about the like Kick Hopper and Punch Hopper. Like they're really neat suits and such. But that's just all I can really say about them. Because it's just like again, like they didn't really explain them. It's just like they just kind of showed up. But then again, it was just cool. Like, okay, we will take our like two previous the B users and make them their own riders. So it's just like that's cool and such. And I just find it funny that like technically, like I just find it funny that like they essentially do have the same Zek belts as like the other writers, but then they actually just show like, oh yeah, you can use it as like a belt. Because I just like how it's technically. Oh, I did not know they were featured in here, but yeah, you can. There's something sketchy. So yeah, I like how they have these belts and technically they're like used as like, huh. But they're used like like this like I guess I'll say standby, but then like Kick Hopper and Punch Hopper they actually show like the actual usage of the belt and such. And okay, are these photos flipped? Because I I don't believe this is how they're portrayed. I I thought these were on their left arms. I I think I just need to look at the suits again. But I really do not believe that these are on the right arms. Because it's supposed because these are all just the B sectors. Or like it's this thing, but then obviously they changed the sector. But like it should be on this arm, I believe. And like obviously you couldn't tell like these are literally just like the promo images because they're different camera quality and such. So yeah, and again they have the entire staff and cast of the movie. I don't think they spelled his name correctly. Hercules? I thought it was Hercules. But it's Hercus. Kentaros and Caucasus. He doesn't have the Hyperzector. Heck yeah, now we got the Zek troops. Or Sexy Minton. Yeah, well, to me, they're the most iconic troopers, like minions, which is why they had 3 evolutions. And we got interviews with, obviously, producer Shirakuro. Yep. And we got this cool illustration. Most likely from Plex. Oh, look, Shibuya 15 is mentioned. That's interesting. Yeah, I thought they were mentioning Kabuto the first, but I can't really tell. Okay, like, I know this is wrong for me to, like, ask, but why exactly are, like, you know, Japanese, like, characters... Oh, it does say Kamen Rider the first. It just doesn't say here. But, like, I don't... This is what I don't understand personally, is just why exactly is it red from, like, top to bottom? Again, I think it's just because of being, I guess, too American. We're so used to reading like left to right or right to left, but like just reading like up to down being the normal, I don't really understand. Just because I guess to me it's just kind of disorienting, in that most likely I'm just not used to it. So again, I have no say. But it's just like, I just wonder why that's like the case. I'm not trying to like poke at them. I'm just like really curious as to why. But yeah, this is a full-on interview. Obviously, I can't pick out the majority of it. I can only pick out like really small things. Like if I'm familiar with like a group of characters, then I can most likely like figure out what that is. But I can't like, you know, magically read this. Like here, I thought like, where is it? Okay, I'm pretty sure this like section here, it says Kabuto, but Kabuto or something like that. And that here, I thought it's a like Rider. Oh, cool. This is really cool. So we get the early designs of the Kabuto Riders. Okay, like I'll say, like definitely my favorite out of the original concept is this one. Like this one looks cool, and this I think probably because this one is actually like was most likely the closest to what we got. And then like that third one, I'm pretty sure there are colorized versions of these somewhere else. I think this is obviously like definitely before they did like the official works stuff. Or I think that might just be for Sentai, but I mean this is before they like essentially split these books off, because I think before, yeah, these are just all concepts. That's really cool. This is what normally be included, like essentially with that other like book that would be released like I want to say months before the Details of Heroes, because I know the Geo one, like that one got released like I want to say January, because gosh, whoops, accidentally. Oh, the camera now. But basically, the other half of like the other books that technically are get co-released with the Details of Heroes are like the ones that actually talk about like all the designs, like it's this stuff, and it has like a lot of interviews about the art and such. I think it really sucks they split the books off, but I guess I can understand why they did so. Because I actually did want the Geo one. This was before, I think, like I was like this close to getting the Geo one until I just like decided just to like drop it. um, Even though it would have been neat, but having this is pretty neat too. So there's this early thing. Here's the. I don't remember what the bikes were called in Kabuto. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I like. Well, I just feel like the Kabuto extender is just kind of a way better like bike than Gatax. Cause like Kabuto doesn't make sense when it casts off, but then like Gatax just like splits in half. And here's his belt, which I really want to get the CSM belt of it. I might like whenever we hit. I'm just gonna say depends how much altogether the CSM Ixa belt is. If I want to say if that's gonna be like around like 100, like, because we got that like deposit for like $90. So I want to say we will most likely get it for like between 100 and 130, because typically how like Collectibles charges us is like either like an additional like $5 to $10, but I feel like because it's a bigger product, they're gonna charge us way more. But here's the bee. Oh. Okay, so here's Drake. But here's an early concept of Drake, I believe. So there's some footnotes with some years on Sassford, but let me show you his concept. 2005, November 15th. Wow. So, yeah, definitely, these were done during Hibiki, obviously. So, a month or two before it ended, I believe. But there's some footnotes. Let me check these other concepts. So, Kabuto was done. No, there's no year on attached. Oh, did I show this side? Because there's the Kabuto extender. Yeah, these don't have dates attached to them, but Drake and Sassord do. Because Sassord was November 15th, 2005, and Drake was November 17th, 2005. So I must have been 4. and then kick off him. I did not know that the camera overheated because I just heard the camera close itself, and I was like, oh gosh. But yeah. So I think it's kind of obviously like so with Kick Hopper, all they did is just they probably just designed the one and then like they just changed where they're gonna place the heel thing. Again, there's no date. Interviewing with model team. Kabuto emerges. So there are the three here are the three movie writers and the Zek Trooper. And I believe that's it for that. So here are the credits. Details of Heroes EX. Yeah, so this was a 2010 release during January 29th. So, but this was originally produced in 2007. I really did wish they I think apparently this was a release during 2007 of January. So basically, yeah, after the series. Yeah. So that's basically it for this book. So let me put this all back. So yeah, this is a fun, like, this is still essentially the same thing as what we previously covered. It's just that obviously it's not a hardcover, and obviously it's not as robust because obviously Phase 1 Heisei didn't really try to do a lot of robust things. So, you know, they did what they did. Like, they literally included everything. Like, even if, like, hyper or clock up mode for Gattek's Hyperform is just a picture in the corner, like, they at least did everything. So, I think Zoikin's kind of, like, now completely on board on getting these because he got X-Aid and he really wants to start, like, collecting these just because, you know, he likes to draw and such. And like this one specifically is probably really helpful just because of its backside. But that kind of means that we should get the official art books then. And I accidentally put this in the wrong place. But I definitely would want to try to go for... I feel like something's stuck in my throat, but... I would definitely want to go for... Like, for me, like, I would definitely try to go for Gaim next, just because, I don't know, like, me, like, Gaim is just, like, a really great series. And, like, Gaim is just kind of the only series where I just, like, want to get, like, everything from it. Like, I guess, like, for, like, Legend Rider stuff, because, like, I don't know, like, to me, just getting stuff like Gaim just, like, brightens me so much. Like Gaim's the only writer that really does that for me. It's just like I feel happy getting something of Gaim, and his Gashat's over across from me. But so I would love to get Gaim. However, on Mandarake, he's like 30, so that's fine and such. Then I might actually go for Ghost too, just because Ghost has good suits. It's just the show wasn't great. And like Drive and Wizard are a thing. Now, obviously, there's the EXs, so, like, again, like you saw at the back of. What the heck? Why is it temperature? Okay, I guess I have to end this pretty soon, but, yeah, basically, I would definitely either go for Geimer Ghost next, and then, like, maybe Drive after, or so, because then, obviously, there's, like, the EX. There's more EX ones. Apparently, O's is the next EX one that's getting released. So I'm pretty sure Zyken would go for that one. I told Zyken during our unboxing, our hour and a half unboxing, that I found out there's a Garo one. I'm pretty sure it's based off the first season. So I know he's probably going to go for that. And, yeah. I don't really have much more to say. Because I think, because the next one's going to be the 5th entry, so I guess, like, might as well do something special. Just because that's how I always do things. Is like every 5 I always just do something big, or doing something like new and unique. Again, I just need to ask Zerkin when he has the time to do that, because I'm gonna be in it just operating the camera mostly, while he just does his thing. But yeah, again, I guess to say this is not my intention of this series at all. It's not just me going through, like, it's not just going to be me going through details of heroes. I don't want it to just be like that. I'm only starting with that just because it's like what I originally had in mind. I obviously can't do, so I'm just like, I just might as well, like, start with these, and then we can, like, finally expand. Because, like, like, there's those mooks that are still, or I don't think they're still around. Because Sentai, they, like, kind of stopped after Q Ranger. And, because technically, like, after they were done with the Sentai one, or, like, done with the Sentai ones for now, they went back to do, like Drive, Ghost, Build, and X8, or X8 Build, and I think they did Geo. So they had to, like, continue off of Gaim. And obviously those ones are, like, literally, like, those 5 are, like, in the same vein of the Sentai ones. So I like to get those mooks, too, because I know I've been wanting to, because, like, they're real unique and such. But, again, I don't know if me, like, going through Television issues are going to translate to here, because that's going to be, like, kind of the issue, because it's technically an opening, because really the only issues I get are the ones that include toys. Like, in August, I'm going to get the July issue of Television for Dynamite Lion. So, like, that's going to be... I'm probably going to film it the same way, but I'm going to most likely film it the same way. But, like, I'm not going to put it under the page throughs, because it's technically an opening on a toy. So, yeah. And also, I guess just so that my main channel has, like, at least that kind of, like, this kind of thing. Because on the main channel, I'll just cover the magazines and such, while on this channel, I actually cover actual books. So, but I don't know how I want to expand this series. Or I do know how I want to expand on this series, but that's just going to be, like, another, like, expense on top of, like, toys. But then it's just, I don't really plan on getting as much this time around, just because I really need to, like, cut down, especially because, like, I'm going to be starting college soon. So, yeah. I'm well aware it's not professional of me to like just keep going with these cuts, but like really, it's I just need to speak out my mind. But I was just gonna be done, and like the camera's like, I'm overheating. But yeah, so I guess I'm gonna end this with the camera's sakes. The camera's sake. Again, the fifth one. Next video for sure is gonna be the X8 details of Heroes with Zyken. So, this is PowerRider. Now I'll leave you people. I really do have something in mind for this series. It's not gonna be this.